Can I bleach my brain? I'm literally just recording this straight after recording the Greg one. This one is the Wednesday video. It isn't a big video because the topic of conversation, it's bad, but it's not a huge issue as yesterday's video was. Right. For those that aren't aware, Furious Pete, who is a competitive eater and bodybuilder here on the platform, was over Christmas diagnosed with more cancer in his remaining testes. He'd already had one removed, then a series of chemo, and he thought it was done. He'd had some tests. Most of the tests came back negative, except one, which was an ultrasound on the actual testes itself, which showed a growth. He's since had that testes removed. He's recovering well as he can. Luckily, before all this started happening, he did actually save some of his little men so that he can give his partner some kids. But still, it's quite a big thing to go through. Now, when Furious Pete went through his two previous battles with cancer, which was the first testes removal, and then there was the other. He had some cells that they found somewhere, so he had normal. He had chemo. When he went through both of those, Vegan Gains, God, I hate this guy, attacked him and said, well, if you didn't eat so much meat, you wouldn't have cancer. Now, I can't believe I have to go through this. The amount of meat you have to eat to increase your chances of getting cancer are pretty astounding. Now, I know Furious Pete can eat a lot of meat in videos, but when he's not eating competitively, he eats a normal diet. He doesn't eat a lot of red meat, which is one of the things that you can have so much meat before you increase your risk of cancer. Well, this time Vegan Gains went completely off the reservation and lost his goddamn mind. He's tried to redefine the word hypocrite. He's called, I found this out through Kenny KO, he's actually called Furious Pete a hypocrite because Furious Pete is upset about losing his testicle when he eats meat from animals that are castrated from birth. Right. First of all, there's a reason why male calves are castrated, and that's because cows reach sexual maturity pretty quickly, very much like dogs. And if you don't castrate them, then you're just going to end up with shitloads of fucking baby cows everywhere, which you won't have any idea on what to do with, and they would eat you out of house and home, which would then put the rest of the livestock at risk because it would affect their availability of food. Now, because Vegan Gains is vegan, he doesn't understand a lot about the meat industry. Or he thinks he does, but he only understands about the meat industry he's educated himself on. Now, in this country, most cows aren't kept in pens or things like that. They generally are during winter. But they do a lot. I live in a city, but it's quite a spread out city. And I can tell you, I can tell you, when I go to shopping on Friday with the in-laws, I can tell you on the way there I can pass 5 farms, and I'll pretty much guarantee every single one of those farms has cattle in the field, not in a pen. But yet they're kept in really, really bad conditions, even though these cattle are kept in the natural conditions, which is a field. Also, if we didn't castrate male carbs. The availability of grain for vegans to use for whatever were also greatly reduced, because that grain would be bought by the farmers to give to the livestock, which would then have a surplus of meat, which is the opposite of what vegans want. Also, this is something I don't think lots of vegans think about. If we stop eating meat, what's going to happen to the livestock? They are too domesticated for us to say, oh, go and live out in the wild. Go and live out, go and live in your natural place. I think there's only one animal that might be able to do that, and that's a pig. The others are just too domesticated. And they wouldn't have a clue what to do. At all. But the plain simple fact is that he's turned around and said that Furious Pete is a hypocrite because he's had to lose his second testicle, despite the fact that he eats animals that are castrated when they're quite young. Do you understand what the meaning of castrated is? Hypocrite, sorry. Do you know what the meaning of hypocrite is? The story tells a hypocritical person. The story tells of a respectable Ben who turns out to be a cheat and hypocrite. Basically saying that you portray yourself out to be one thing, but then you turn out to be something different. He could have used several other arguments, like, now you know how the cows feel when they have to lose both of their balls, and things like that. You could have used arguments like that, but no, you had to call him a hypocrite. He isn't. At all. And it's not like it's Furious Pete that he's personally going out and castrating these male calves. At all. Sometimes I really, really wonder about vegans. But the plain simple fact is, this guy is going through a hell of a lot. And the last thing he needs, he even said in the video where he was talking about it, some of you have got to have opinions, and I know exactly who he was talking about. He was talking about our dear friend Regan Gaines. Awesome. Absolute fucking arsehole. You do not attack somebody who is going through fucking cancer. And then there are people like me that could never go vegans because I have intolerances to the foods that they use as meat substitutes. Also, my body can't get vitamins and iron out of grains. I already know that. I've already tried. And in my body just like, nope. There's somebody that lives near us that's vegan, and she eats all the grains, she eats all the spinach and everything. She's still anemic and B12 deficient. But yet she's eating everything she should be, but she's still deficient. I'm not even going to get on to my arguments about veganism because I just... like I say, if you're vegan, be vegan. Just don't push it on to me because I don't want to be vegan. And I can't be vegan even if I did want to be vegan. It's just not possible for me. Like I say, don't push it on to me. That's all I have to say. I like my meat. Thank you very much. Okay? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go and edit yesterday's video. Don't know what I'm going to cover Friday. Next week, one of the videos I'll be covering will be the Madison Lane and Haley side of the accusations against Greg. God. I might use my banked video for Friday. We shall see. Anyway, stay safe, be good, have fun. I will see you on Friday.